As you can tell, we have a lot to show you tonight, and that is just the beginning. And look at these pictures that show the power of Mother Nature. Cars that tried to get out of the water's reach but couldn't. That hail at Reliant really is something else. And if we can just share with the viewers for a second, we're not past this yet, because what happens, the rain all comes down and then it accumulates in the feeder roads and becomes a very dangerous situation.
Exactly.
I want to walk you through what happened. I'm inside what was at one time an apartment complex. Look around me. Everything's been destroyed, and you can see clear through to the sky. 16 apartments here were burned down, and you can see from just the damage all around me that wind, in fact, did make the fire move very quickly and left so many people without a place to live. The small town of Ganado is home to one of the first school districts in this part of Texas that will allow teachers to carry guns.
I think it's a good thing, because not only are they there to educate our children, but when our children are in danger, the children look to the adults and the teachers to protect them.
The school massacre in Newtown was the turning point for Ganado.
When I first saw that, I couldn't believe that somebody would come in there and did that.
650 students go to school here, and a lot of them tell us they like the idea of arming teachers.
Yes, because I feel like that's more protection for students and themselves in a situation that might be disastrous for us.
Students bringing guns to school here hasn't been a problem. In fact, none have ever been confiscated. Crime isn't a problem in this rural community, and there are only a few police officers, which is why some parents say gun-carrying teachers is a good idea.
I think it's a good thing. I think when they come in, if somebody's to come in, they can stop it right off the bat.
The superintendent says he's trying not to make a big deal out of the district's new gun policy, but it's become just that to a lot of people in this small community.
Until something happens, you don't know which side you're on.
The new policy has some people on edge, and others are flat out against it.
Para mí no, porque es...
This mother says she'd rather just see security guards carrying weapons. Teachers and staffers who want to carry on campus must be licensed and get approval from the district. No one will know who they are. The superintendent makes it clear more changes are coming to make the schools even safer. In Ganado, Vicente Arenas, KHOU 11 News.
And now we're hearing that it is a concussion.
There is a huge debate swirling around the effects concussions have on football players. Hard knocks are part of the game, says Eugene Martinez.
I mean, concussions are going to happen either way. All you can do is teach safety, how to hit, and the proper way of tackling.
It's a technique Martinez has taught his daughter. What's the right way to tackle?
With your head on the side of the other person's body.
But that doesn't always prevent concussions. And now researchers are trying to determine the effects of the brain injuries.
I was seeing young kids getting hurt.
This mother's not waiting for researchers' results. She stopped her kid from playing football when he developed headaches during the game.
I was getting hit pretty hard, my lip was bleeding.
Many of the parents we talked to say they are closely watching to see what the NFL will do when it comes to player safety and concussions. Meantime, the commissioner himself said that if he had a son, he'd allow him to play football.
Absolutely. I have twin daughters, just like the president, and I'm concerned when they play any sport.
The NFL says it's spending millions of dollars to learn more about the effects of concussions. Still, parents worry.
I just, tell them not to, in the long run, the hitting with the head will cause them a problem, the way the study's coming out right now.
The message is sinking in.
On ESPN, they say, you forget stuff, you go into the room and then you forget what you're going to get.
Xavier Leon always tries his best to keep from getting a concussion.
You have to go like that.
Gotta get set. Leon's father will continue to look for any signs of a head injury in his son. He'll also be waiting to see results from studies on concussions. Some have already shown there can be lasting effects, but conclusions about the severity are still tough to tackle. Vicente Arenas, KHOU 11 News. Marcos Garza knows a lot of people would lock him up and throw away the key, but he's still asking for forgiveness. If you could change anything, what would that be?
That day.
That day 2 years ago is when Sister Therese Wong Do was killed in a car accident in South Houston. Garza, then 19, was driving drunk when he smashed into the Catholic nun's car. If you could talk to Sister Wongdo today, what would you tell her?
That I'm sorry, that I would take her place any day.
Garza was sentenced to 8 years in prison for intoxication manslaughter. It was a dramatic case. Garza was hoping for probation. Despite his tears on the stand and heartfelt apology, we're told Sister Teresa's family was in no mood to forgive. Tucker Graves says his client deserves a second chance.
I would ask those who are so quick to condemn, look inside your heart. What if it was your son?
There's probably people that don't believe me, but I know God believes me.
Garza's drinking got him into trouble before the fatal wreck. He was arrested for public intoxication a year earlier. Ultimately, it took shackles and cuffs to turn his life around.
And I want to tell everybody out there that's out there drinking and driving not to do it, because you hurt other people's family.
With prison now in Garza's future, he admits that he's scared. He got most emotional when I asked about his mother.
Because I can't hug my mom, or I can't leave whenever she leaves.
Garza has also shed many tears for Sister Therese. He even went to her grave before he was locked up.
Got down on my knees and I asked her mainly for forgiveness.
Garza says he now prays every day, something he's likely to do more of in prison. Vicente Arenas, KHOU 11 News.
Bring those knees to the elbow.
All this may not help you get in shape if you don't eat right. I'm thinking that's tough to do.
It is at the beginning because you kind of have to restructure the way you think about food.
And restructure she did. Cassandra Godot added CrossFit training and began following what's called a paleo diet.
It's just about knowing, having the knowledge to make the right decisions.
The 31-year-old lost 20 pounds with the diet, which calls for eating lots of protein like hamburger, chicken, and natural vegetables. Another popular diet, the Belly Off, follows some similar principles. Cut out bad carbs even during your Thanksgiving feast.
More turkey and more vegetables on the plate. So more of that green bean, more of the green beans, more of the sweet potato, rather than mashed potatoes and dressing and stuff like that.
Christian Montoya says cutting carbs will help you burn even more fat when you do fast-paced exercises like those at this CrossFit gym.
I'm a lot more leaner. I can tell I'm a lot more faster, a lot more resilient.
The Belly Off and paleo diets have catchy names, but trainers say they're not meant to be a quick fix.
They're tough. It takes a lot of dedication. I just try to stay away from the sweets. That's my main thing, stay away from sweets.
Sticking with the plan, nutritionists say, can make a big difference.
Some pounds have come off and I move a little bit quicker and have a lot more energy.
Even after pushing, pulling, and stretching muscles you didn't even know were there. And we're all huffing and puffing on the set here. All those guys are working out at the Bayou City CrossFit Gym. This type of exercise, very popular, but like the diet, you've got to stick with it if you want to see results.
All right. Now, I'm always teasing Vicente because he's Mr. Fit and Healthy.
He is, we know.
Yeah,
I try.
So what's the secret? How do you avoid overindulging?
Well, say like you're going to sit down at a Thanksgiving dinner. The trainers say, here's what you do. You eat about 3 hours before you actually sit at grandma's table and have a little snack type meal so that when you sit down for that big dinner, you're not like so hungry that you want to eat the pumpkin pie and everything else that goes with that.
It's hard though because the food is there all day.
It is, and you just want to go swim in it all day.
Well, if you work out, that helps.
Well,
though.
you got to try.
All right, thank you, sir. Cruise.